With here, Coastal Adventures, and we're about to do our next walk. It'll be from Snapper all the way to Tweed Bar, but as I speak there is a rescue going on straight out the front. A jet ski is just tipped with two people in the water. So let me just zoom in. So there's the helicopter, and straight underneath the helicopter is the jet ski. They're just bringing the two people in now. So let's keep going around and I'll keep following this for you guys. But there's a jet ski on the water. There's the jet ski that's bringing the person in. Another two jet skis out on the bar. So it's all happening here at the Tweed Coast right at this very moment. Whoops, a bit too far, guys. So that's the jet ski now coming in on this wave. They've just actually dropped a surfer on that wave. So thanks for joining, everybody. We've just got a rescue going on right at this very moment. A jet ski has just flipped on the bar. You can see how big the ocean is out there. So the jet ski's flipped on the bar. Where is it? There's the helicopter, and the helicopter's just sitting over the top of the upturned jet ski. So we'll just go around a little bit further. Okay, so there's the helo, and I don't know if you can see, but the jet ski's just out there. I can't pick it up at the moment. As soon as that helicopter comes around, I'll be able to find it for you. Okay, so the helicopter's about to fly over it now. So there's the jet ski right in the middle of the shot. Where is it? Right there. That's the helicopter. That's the jet ski that's just flipped, trying to navigate the bar. So a little bit of excitement going on at the moment. And straight out behind that, we also have whales jumping. Where is it? There's the helicopter. It's still circling over the top of the jet ski that's flipped. And the two people are just coming in now on this jet ski that's just crossed into the bar. So that's what's happening. Hey Dream Achiever, how are you, mate? Oh, thank you. Just letting you know they've got a rescue going on out here at the moment on the Tweed Bar. The swell's really kicked. Where is it? There's the helicopter, and directly below the helicopter there's a jet ski that's just flipped, and under the jet ski we got two people out of the water. They're just crossing the bar now on another jet ski, and there's the, if you look straight through there you can see the police launch in there waiting for them. They've just transferred them over onto a police launch as we speak. So they'll take them around the corner to, there'll be ambulance waiting for them. So that swell definitely hasn't dropped. So there's a big whale there too. So that whale is, there's the helo, there's the jet ski, and the whale's just in front of it. All right, we'll just go around the corner a bit. I'll zoom out for you. So at the moment I'm up here on Point Danger, or Duranbah Hill, looking over here we have Fingal, Cook Island, and outside we've got all the reefs breaking because the swell's still really big at the moment. For everybody that's just joined us, we've got a rescue going on at the moment. That helicopter is going straight over the top of a jet ski that's just flipped. We've got 2 people in the water who have just been rescued and they've just been transferred to the police launch, which is right there. You can see in between the trees there, that's the police launch with the beacons on the top. They're going to pick up they've got the people and they're going to take them to the ambulance around the corner. So I'll keep going, I'll zoom out for you guys. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do a walk from the top of Tweed Bar Hill, or Point Danger, and we're going to go around and overlook Snapper. So here's the crazy thing, I'm in Queensland, New South Wales here, now I'm in Queensland. In summertime, the time would have changed an hour on that one step. I'll just get you around the corner, guys. We've got a lot of whales out here too. Oh, there's the whale right there, right beside the jet ski. So I'll try and zoom in on it for you. Of course, it's just got under the water. But as I was saying, we have a rescue going on at the moment. That helicopter there is just circling the overturned jet ski. We've got a jet ski in the water. Let's see if I can pick it up for you. Should be about there somewhere. There it is. There's my finger there. So that's the jet ski overturned. They had 2 in the water. They were picked up by the lifeguards from the Gold Coast. They've now been taken by jet ski into, where is the boat? Into that police launch there, and the police launch will take them into the ambulance that's waiting for them around the corner. So we'll just come back around. We've still got a huge swell running. There's actually guys towing in on the bar, so that bar would be about 10 to 12 foot. When someone catches a wave, you'll be able to see it. I'll zoom right in for you. There we go. So that's the guys towing in on the bar. We'll just go around the corner. That's Fido's Reef. That's the sandpumping jetty at Fingal. Cook Island at Fingal. And we'll keep coming around. There's Fingal Headland where we were yesterday. And the boat in the Tweed River, that's the police launch that's just picked up the 2 people that were just being rescued. So we're going to go for a walk along here. I'll let you just keep you looking out to sea. The swell has increased. I've just been over at Kira. Kira has been pumping and I've got some video on that. So I will be putting that on Insta and YouTube tonight. Let's keep coming around. We have quite a crowd on the hill at the moment. I'll zoom out. There's the TV channel doing all the footage of this rescue. There's the guys towing in out at the bar. So you can see the size of the wave. It's easy 2 to 3 times overhead. And that must have been where the jet ski tipped, bringing that. So that guy's still going. Nice wave, and there's a guy out on the next wave too. Fun waves out there, nice and soft. Zoom, hey Paul, how are you? That is full zoom, mate. Sorry about that. I'll let you know, there's just been a rescue out here. That's the helicopter now. Where are you? That's the helicopter heading off. We just had a jet ski flip over. They were out surfing on the bar. The jet ski flipped, 2 in the water. Oh, there's a whale there as well. There, whale straight in the middle of the shot. And there it is, just playing there. Beautiful. And just over here is, where is it? There it is, there's the jet ski that flipped. The 2 people have been picked up out of the water by the Gold Coast lifeguards, and they've been taken into the Tweed River where they've been handed off to the police. There's one of the jet skis now heading back out to sea. So, yeah, it is. It's about 500 to 600 metres off the end of the groin. So, where's that jet ski? There's the jet ski now in the middle. That's the ones that that's the jet ski that picked up the 2 persons in the water. And they'll be heading back to the Gold Coast. Yes, it is a long way out. So what we're going to do is this walk today. I'll just zoom out. And we're going to overlook Snapper and the Superbank from the top of Point Danger. And then we're going to do the walk all the way around here, which is a memorable memorial walk. The memorial walk for all the people that lost their lives in the Second World War in the Navy. There's a cenotaph up there. That's where the people go for Anzac Day. So we'll just keep coming around. Okay, a few people around today. No one works. Get to work, you bludgers. Okay, so we're about to now overlook the Superbank and Snapper Rocks. So that's Snapper. So there's quite a few people out there. It's not that good at Snapper today, but there's still a big crowd. They're all around at Kira. Kira is just pumping at this morning. But you can see those waves rolling through. Bit of fun out there. Is that full zoom? There you go, guys, that's full zoom. That's Snapper Rocks. I've done quite a few. Hey Strawberry, how are you? I've done quite a few live streams from down at Snapper there. Bit too close. And in the background, Surfers Paradise. Surfers actually looks even better from this far back. So this is the memorial walk, as I was telling you. So that's one of the ships that was lost. The George S. Livanos, a Greek vessel, 5,482 tonnes. No casualties on that one. It was sunk by a Japanese submarine. And we have another one here, the Kalinga, from New Zealand. Again, torpedoed and sunk by a Japanese submarine. So this goes all the way around. So I'll give you a scenic shot from here. That's looking across the park. That's Cook Island and Fingal down there in the sand pumping jetty. Yes, it is. Yes, they're all surfboards out, guys out there surfing between the Superbank here at Snapper and all the way down to Kira. There must be about 150, 200 guys in the water. So if you're having your house built, there probably wouldn't be too many people working on your house today. But that's Cook Island and that's Fingal Headland there in the background. And there's some guys out there surfing. I can zoom in a bit here, guys. There's a guy surfing that wave and he's right out on the bar. So off the shore, he's about 1 kilometre offshore. off the end of the breakwall is about 500 metres. So if you just joined us, we just had a rescue out here. We've had a jet ski flip with 2 people in the water. They've just been rescued. That's the jet ski still floating out there. So Maritime will have to come and get that, otherwise that'll be a shipping hazard very shortly. That'll just keep floating with the wind and tide. So yeah, the 2 people have been picked up. They've been by the Gold Coast lifeguards. They've been handed over to a police launch in the Tweed River, and the Tweed police, and then hand them off to the ambulance. So we'll look back. Ooh, look at the bushfires. Bushfires out the back of the Gold Coast there. But yes, there you can see how many guys are surfing there at the moment. We'll just crew. Hello, Andy. We are at we're right on Duranbah Hill, or Point Danger, right on the border of Queensland and New South Wales. So as we keep walking, Australia. So as I keep walking, I'll actually show you, look at that wave. I'll actually show you the border and the state line. And in summer, I was just saying, in the middle of summer, or starting next month, there'll be one time zone for New South Wales and one time zone for Queensland, which is a real pain in the arse. So let's look at this guy catch that wave. But you can watch these waves breaking over the rock face here. So yeah, the swell has actually kicked a bit today, and it's cleaned up. That's why there's so many people out there surfing. Hello Mary, how are you? Pale, how are you? Sarah? Oh, I look like a Aussie. But what I was saying before is we just had a rescue out here. There's some guys surfing out the bar, and they're doing tow-ins on their jet ski. So I'll zoom in for you. You can see where they're towing in on those waves. You can see the jet ski. So one of them's tipped. There's been 2 people in the water. A helicopter just came down and just make sure everybody was all right. And just out the front here, where is it? There, gone too far. Their jet skis just out there. That'll have to be come and picked up by Maritime very shortly, otherwise that'll be a shipping hazard. That'll just keep floating with the tide and the current. So let's have a scenic look. Looking through the pandanus, all the way around to Surfers Paradise. Hello human, how are you? Dream Achievers, how are you mate too? Glad to see everybody showing up. My favourite moderators are here. Thank you for the thumbs up shout, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk around. So this is actually a memorial walk for all the ships and people that were lost in the Second World War. Let me just... Australian 287 tonne, sunk by a landmine by a German raider, northeast of Sydney in March 1941. 7 people lost their lives in that one, so very sad. We can see the jet ski that just did the rescue. That's returning back to the Gold Coast after a good job. So we'll keep walking around this memorial walk, guys. In the background we've got Cook Island there at Fingal. That's where we live streamed from yesterday. Yes, Strawberry, rest in peace. So we'll just go around a little bit further. Yeah, so this whole walk, the walk must go for 300-400 metres. and it's got all the ships that were sunk, the Allied ships that were sunk and torpedoed, mostly by Japanese submarine. The Panama from Guatemala, northeast of Sydney, casualties unknown. And that's even sadder. They don't even know who was lost. That's outside Fido's. Oh, where is it? That's outside Fido's breaking, and that's about 15 kilometres offshore. And then this is where we looked yesterday. That's Fido's, inside Fido's. It's just off Cook Island at Fingal. And there's the Cook Island. Yes, Strawberry. My father was actually at war, and he was sunk and torpedoed and sunk 3 times by Japanese submarines. He was at war at 14 when it broke out in 1941 because he was already at sea. And he just found out a couple of years ago, before he died, he was down at the Navy Museum in Sydney and just found out one of the ships he was that was sunk he was on. Everybody died bar 3 people, and Dad was one of them. So they lost a whole ship of people. And they were a hospital ship, and they were lit up, they were painted white, and they had a big red cross on the side, and the Japanese still blew them out of the water. But yeah, Dad died 97. He was born in 25. At age 97, he was born in 1925, so he would have been 100, but he died at 97, so just on 3 years ago he died. All those ships were lost on the east coast of Australia. Let's have a look at this one. The Lydia M. Childs, torpedoed by Japanese submarine off Newcastle, no casualties. So yeah, so these memorial plaques are all the way around. I don't know if they landed on Australia, but they certainly came into Sydney Harbour and sunk a lot of ships in there. Sorry guys, just got a bit emotional reading what the Strawberry said. Alright, I'm not going to read any more for a little while. I'll just settle down. But let's look out to the surfing. There's a guy getting towed in on this wave right here. Alright, so we've all seen this lighthouse from different angles. Here it is, up close. So, south is out the other side than west. So east is Queensland and New South Wales. So we'll go for a walk up there and I'll just show you how this is this is called the Twin Towns. It's the middle of, well, it's the end of the Gold Coast and start of the Tweed, and it's called the Twin Towns. So in September for 6 months we have what's called daylight saving. So Queensland stays on normal time, and basically the rest of Australia moves their clocks forward 1 hour. So if it was in September with daylight saving, where I'm standing now it's 20 to 1. I walk a couple of steps to the south and it'll be 20 to 2. So as you can imagine, it's a real pain in the neck, especially if you live in New South Wales and work in Queensland, or vice versa. If you've got an appointment and you forget about daylight saving when you're in either state, having to move to the other state. And when we had COVID here, the people in New South Wales weren't allowed to come across the border. So the police had barricades up so they wouldn't let you come across. How ridiculous is that? Alright, we'll walk up the stairs here and I'll show you the border. So this building right in front of us, that's just been built, and I think the bottom units was 5.6 million, and it went up to about 18 million on the roof for the penthouse. Okay, so we're coming around the corner. So you can see the different coloured tiles here. The grey tiles is Queensland, the white tiles is New South Wales. So now I'm straddling Queensland-New South Wales border. And you can see New South Wales there. And this bit of grass right in front, it runs the whole length of the border through the Twin Towns. And I'll just turn around a bit, guys. I'll walk right out the front. That's called no man's land, and that's a strip of land that runs all the way through the Twin Towns. So nobody owns that. So I think Queensland does the mowing 1 week and New South Wales does the mowing the next week. But how's that for a view, guys? So we're looking from the top of Point Danger out to the Tweed Bar. There's a guy surfing on this wave straight out here. There he is, right on the shoulder now. Sorry for the shaky footage, the wind's a little bit strong. So we'll go back out to a full shot. So we're where are we? I'd say we're in Tweed Heads now because I'm in New South Wales, right on the Queensland-New South Wales border. So I'll zoom right out. So this is the view. So that's looking down to Duranbah. I've done quite a few live streams from there. Looking around Duranbah. Hello Helen, how are you, my friend? Looking out to Cook Island and Fingal, where we were yesterday. Keep going around, there's the Fingal headland, just there, Cook Island there, and all that bush there, that's all Letitia Spit, that's all the Aboriginal. Think Success, how are you? That's, yes, CCA Australia. That's all Aboriginal land there, never to be built out. So I've lived at Fingal now for, 30 years. So I've lived there for 30 years, and My daughter will see it how I grew up, her children will see it the way I grew up, and so yeah, nothing can be built there, which is just fantastic. Down there's the Tweed River, so in a couple of minutes I'm going to do the walk down this path. I'm going to go down through the tree line. Hopefully I don't lose you. I've done the walk up and it still had 2 bars of 5G, so I'm going to go through there quick and hopefully I don't lose you. And then I'm going to go down onto the beach. We'll go all the way around to Lovers Rock. We'll walk along the beach and out onto the north wall of the Tweed River. Thank you, human. So just stay with me. So as I was saying, we're in New South Wales here, the white tiles, and just over there the grey tiles, that's Queensland. Yes, CCA, I do surf. I've done it my entire life. So the border comes right through here, through that concrete wall, through the concrete wall, through this last little bit of the top roof section, and then runs. So where's the line? There's the line there, right in the middle, and runs straight out to sea, Queensland, New South Wales. So I'm actually standing half and half at the moment, half in, half out. Half in Queensland, half out, half in New South Wales, half out. So that's the lighthouse up there. That was the first laser lighthouse in the Southern Hemisphere. There's the steps up to do it. This is Cook's original description, can be read on the south panel inside the memorial. So this is what, when sailing up the east coast of Australia in 1770, James Cook named Point Danger and Mount Warning following a close encounter with a number of rocky shoals off present-day Fingal Heads, where we were yesterday. He described these features in present-day Cook Island in the ship's logs and with a rough chart. So yeah, so they don't know whether Cook actually called where I'm standing now Point Danger, or where we were yesterday on the headland Point Danger. But this has been, where I am now has been Point Danger for so long that it doesn't matter if Fingal Head was Point Danger. They're going to keep this place as this headland as Point Danger, and the next one south is Fingal Headland. Hey Moyes, how are you? Yes, we have a Clean Australia program. So that was run by one person. Now it's taken off across the whole of Australia. So one day, I forget when it is, but yeah, all the school kids come down the beach. They all bring plastic bags and gloves, and then they everybody just cleans up the beach. It's a great thing. I haven't said already, welcome everybody to the live stream and joining in our community. I actually learned how to put some community posts in yesterday, so if you're looking for something to do, have a look at the community posts. I'll let you know where I'm going to be live streaming from. Join the community, which would be great. And if you're enjoying what you're watching, please like and subscribe, and I'll continue to keep doing these live streams. And especially thank you to my new people on the screen today, and the old faithful people are here every day. I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you very much. So we're actually going to go down the steps. We'll go down for a walk down to Lovers Rock. That's where everybody used to, all the lovers used to put their initials on the rock. Now it's banned upon, but that's still known as Lovers. So let's just go for a walk down. So again, we've got these Norfolk pines. They're everywhere. Very common tree around here, beautiful trees. In our big cyclone along Coolangatta beachfront, trees as big as that, some even bigger, stumps were snapped out of the ground. Luckily nobody was hurt or injured. Just here we've got a bush turkey. I'll zoom in on him so I don't scare him. So that's the female bush turkey. You can tell by the drab colours. Another female just down there, and there's another female just on the track, just here. That's another female. So they're the bush turkeys. Another female, well, they're all females around here. I don't know where the male is, but the male would have to be the hardest working bird I've ever known. I had 10 metres of mulch delivered at my place. I came back in the morning and I've gone, oh my God, someone's put all my mulch in a big pile. And the wife goes, oh, there's a bush turkey outside. So the bush turkey during the night had kicked up 10 metres, 10 cubes of mulch. So that is just unbelievable. And I moved it all back out. I came out in the afternoon, it was all moved back in again. So then this time I put it all back down, but laid chicken wire on top of it. So he couldn't get it. And then any joins in the chicken wire, he got in between there and started digging underneath. All right, guys, this is where I'm going down the track. I'm going to go as quick as I can so I don't lose you. So here we go. It should be good. I still had 2 bars of 5G, but just to be sure, I'm going to move quick. Actually doing a run. How good's that? There's a kid running up. What a show off. I'm running down the hill, which is actually a controlled fall. All I got to do is put my legs under me to stop me falling face first into the ground. Okay, hopefully you're still there. Hopefully I've still got you all. All right, I'm down. So hopefully I didn't lose anybody. Okay, everyone's still there? Toucan Airlines, how are you? Yes, it was Strawberry. That was a Border Collie. Border Collies and is the most intelligent dog in the world, with the poodle as number 2. Okay, so we were just up there at the lighthouse. There we go. That's the lighthouse we're just looking at, and the Captain Cook Memorial. And all around you can see the down a bit, there we go. That's the memorial walk there, that fence at the top. Oh, it would have been the best thing you ever did, Strawberry, if you got a Border Collie. I've had 2 of them. Fantastic dogs. You can just train them with a whistle or a move of your hand or just a flick of your head, and they'll do exactly what you want to do. I wish I could whistle and I could whistle them around. If you see the proper guys working them in the Kelpies, they just do a long whistle, the dog will drop, and then they'll stand up and then they'll move in, move around, get in behind. Oh, they are fantastic. What have you got now? I've got a muscle, a Maltese cross Jack Russell. So if another dog comes past it weighs 5 kilos. If another dog comes past, the Jack Russell comes out, it starts barking and running at the dog, and then when it gets close, it turns into a Maltese and then comes running back to me with a tail between the legs. It's quite funny, actually. Okay, so there's that Lovers Rock I was just showing you. So we'll go around to Lovers. We'll have a look at the rocks down here. The swell, all the sand's been moved out of here. So all the swell's just rolling through. And the big swell, the bigger swell's right out there. And you can see the reef breaking. That's about 15 kilometres offshore, that reef. That's right out the back there, just breaking now, you can see it. That's outside fire, those. Yes, human. All my dogs, there I'll just zoom out a bit, it's a bit close. All my dogs get to go to the beach basically 6 days out of every 8 days. But my muscle now, she picks when she wants to come. Sometimes she jumps off the bed when I get up in the morning at 5:30, and then she'll run out with me, and then as soon as I get my board shorts and towel, she just slinks away. Saying, don't look at me, I'm going back to bed, I don't want to come. It's quite funny. And then she gets upset because I won't take her anywhere for the rest of the day. Okay, so here we are at Lovers. I don't know if you can see all the salt air blowing. Yes, strawberry, very sneaky. And we can see on this rock here, look at that, that's all salt blowing. It's very close, Toucan, isn't it? The Americas and Europe. Yes, I've watched a few with that comedian, Jay Leno. He's got school kids and he's asking them all about, oh, where's this country? If you were a Dutch, where would you come from? And one kid goes, Dutch land. No one knew. Yeah, so I don't know what gets taught over there. Yes, the air is very strong. It actually, from a surfer, because I surf or swim every day in cold water, we never get sick. So you never see a sick surfer just because they've got salt water in their nose and in their body, on their body all the time. So it's really good for you. It's not good for your cars. You know, especially if a car has been parked on the beach for a long time. So we're going to go for a walk along this beach, up onto the rock wall, and then we'll head out and then we'll try and watch those guys doing the tow-ins. So let's go for a walk. This should take me about 4 to 5 minutes to get across there, so I'll give you some commentary on the way. So these are the rocks at Lovers. This is quite funny. This guy's trying to get his trailer down a dead-end street, trying to get out of there, taking everybody out as he's going. Now he's blocked everybody. Good on him. What was I saying? I forget. Thank you, human. Oh, well, these are the rocks. Oh, that's what I was saying. Remember how I was saying that the water comes in and then comes along to a natural or into a rip. So this is the rip here at Duranbah. So all the water comes along, and it comes along a rip always at a solid structure. Even there's other rips, it'll always flow out of the solid structure because that's where the water's the deepest. So all that water is trying to return to shore, very close to the rocks. Hello, Jonathan. And you'd see all that messy water there, that's the rip going out, and so many people have been sucked out there and around that corner. People see, I'll just swing you around a bit, people see that hole there and think what a beautiful place to swim just near the rocks, and next thing they're out to sea. We actually had 7 people caught in the rip one day. They just got off the plane. Their tour guide brought them down there. They swam in the hole, washed out to sea. One couldn't be revived and the other 6 had to go to hospital. So that was the start of their Australian holiday. One never got further than the landing and the other 6 ended up in hospital, and most probably would have had to all go home. And that was Christmas Day. So I was down with my family outside the Surf Life Saving Club on Coogin Creek, and I got the call, and I had to come screaming down here. Yeah, and there was 1 person deceased and 6. There was ambulances, police, fire trucks, volunteer rescue. There was just people everywhere. It was mayhem on Christmas Day. So if you don't understand the ocean or know it, please swim where it's safe. Like, look at that rip. You can see the rip now. All heading out there. Yes, Jonathan, it's about 21, 22 degrees. It's the middle of winter here. Beautiful place. Thank you, Jay. Oh, they must have anchored that jet ski out there. That jet ski is actually holding in place. So someone must have came out with an anchor and they're holding that in place. It'll still have to have beacons put on it tonight in case a trawler comes around the corner at night and takes it out or gets caught on it with its prawn nets out. Where is it? Should be in the middle. Can't really see. Yes, it is crazy having Christmas in summer, but we know no different down here. So our Christmas Day is around middle 30s to high 30s. So 36, 37, 38 degrees. And that's why everybody spends Christmas Day on the beach or in air conditioning. And that's why we don't have, my wife's German, so her mother cooks up this a German feast, and I'm just going, oh my God, all I want is a couple of beers and some prawns. That's all I want. But she's got, oh, just slipping, just a sec. I'm down. Yeah, she'll have 6 or 7 meats, all the trimmings, spatzle, dumplings. I'm just going, oh my God. And the Germans celebrate on the 24th, on Christmas Eve. So we'll be sitting there, all around the kitchen table, sweating. The sweat would just be dripping off you. So it's not very pleasant. Yeah, go get some strawberry. Yeah, so we're on Duranbah Beach now. It's quite amazing. There are 4 people on the whole entire beach. If the surf was good here, there'd be probably a couple of 100 people out there. Ooh, here comes a wave chasing me up. So we'll cruise along this beach. Good question, Human. And if everybody can just let me know, do you have beaches where you're from, or what part of the world are you from? Let's try and get some talk happening, everybody. While you're doing that, I'll keep doing my walk through. So you can see the water is really pushing in. We've lost a lot more sand here. Hello, Rick. Yeah, so we've lost a lot of sand, and when we get past this water just in front of us, we'll be able to see the Tweed Council up there actually trying to retain what we've lost before. But here's the other rip on Duranbah Beach. So we've got the man-made structure there, and all the water runs out there because it's an easy path for it because it's always deep there. So you can see how much erosion there was from the cyclone, and now this big swell's not helping it at all. all this black sand in front of us, that's called rutile, and it's actually slightly radioactive. So if I start glowing green shortly, you'll know what's happened. So that's all the works up there they're doing. So we'll just keep looking forward. I'll give you something nice to look at. No, it wouldn't, strawberry. East coast of USA, beautiful. Do you surf? Do you swim in the water out there on the east coast? And that's the Atlantic, isn't it? Yeah, it'd be the Atlantic because that runs all the way to Europe, doesn't it? And the Indian runs from our west coast here in Australia to Africa. All right, I'll see if I can make my way up these rocks with wet sand on my feet, so I should be quite slippery. All right, I'm up. Okay, these guys here, they're actually going out to tow-in surf. So, where are they? Where are they? Just there. So they're going out to tow-in surf. California, how are you? Yes, they did, Mr. Hominoid. And I actually worked for the company that did all that. So that was called Newman's. That was the company I did my trade with, and they mined all the rutile. And I did a live stream from Currumbin the other day, and they also mined for rutile all the way through Currumbin. So I'll just pass this person, and then I'll show you up the Tweed River. So there we go. That's a view up Tweed. Looks beautiful up there. Ah, Mr. Hominoid, how are you? What's the waves like down your way today? I'm sure it'll be pretty messy. I've been up on Hastings Point a lot, watching the whales and sending my drone out with the whales. And you can see the machine there trying to reclaim all that land that oh, sorry I can't watch you, California. Do you sir? We'll have to isn't it 10 o'clock at night over that way? Okay, let's have a look out here. So that's looking over to Fingal on that side of the river. Let's look up the mouth. Yes, this is the Tweed River. Come on, focus. Hello, Jesse. We're at Point Danger, Duranbah Beach, right on the Queensland, New South Wales coast. Queensland, New South Wales border, actually. So we're looking across the Tweed River. Oh, it's 8:07. Have you still got sunshine over there to live stream at night? So that little beach straight in front of us, that's called Doppies. Beautiful little beach over there. And out the back, you can see Mount Warning. Looms large over the whole Tweed area, far north coast of New South Wales and the Gold Coast. Yes, of course we'll be watching the cricket this summer. So it's the Ashes. I didn't realise it was the Ashes. Australia seems to be going fairly good now at the cricket. They've got to get rid of some of those new young guys that can play Sheffield Shield and Big Bash well, but they can't play the long game very well, which is They should just be specialists like David Warner. Only play the big bashes and the 50 matches, and then get specialist test cricketers that can sit there and block for a whole session without even scoring one run, like Richie Benno and Bill Laurie used to do. Oh, that'll be beautiful. Sunset at 8:07. All right, there goes a jet ski out to sea. We might move across and watch them go out, eh? Stand by, guys. Should be fairly easy for a jet ski. They've got so much power. Okay, so there he goes. No, it's not going out. He's just had a look. We're at Duranbah Beach, which is right on the border of Queensland and New South Wales. So look straight on the map, look straight on the border, and then that's exactly where we are. You'll see the Tweed River running out on the New South Wales side. Alright, let's keep heading out. Hopefully there's some guys still out there surfing. I've just been over at Kirra. The surf has been pumping over at Kirra. But the crowd is unbelievable as well. There must be 150 guys in the water, all trying to paddle out the point, get up the inside of it. And then the Superbanks just started too. Thank you, Peggy. And thank you, Jesse. And thank you, everybody that's tuned in today. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of familiar names there, so thank you, everybody, and all you new people for joining in today. Yesterday was an amazing day. In my hour 20, I had 20,000 views, or 19,876 views, which was just unbelievable. And I think it was 76 new subscribers. So thank you, guys. That was very good. I couldn't believe it. I'm smiling all night. My wife's just saying, shut up, no one cares. But I care, and thank you for joining this community. I made 1,000 subscribers yesterday, which was very good. So the next one's now 2,000 subscribers. Can we hit that today, guys? Come on. Only 960 to go. We can do it. But 20,000 people watching yesterday was just unbelievable. When I finish the live stream, it just pops up how many subs, how many people viewed. And if you're watching again from yesterday, thank you very much. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please like and subscribe. I'll be doing a live stream 3 to 4 times a week when I'm working, and I'm on holidays at the moment. So, fly just flew in my mouth. So now I'm doing one every day. When we first started this live stream today, there was actually a rescue. So I'll just zoom in. You can see some guys. Where are they? There's some guys out there surfing. There they are. Where are you? Where are you? There they are. They're on a jet ski out there. So one of the surfers and the jet ski just got flogged by a wave out there. The jet ski flipped. Both people were in the water. And thank you, human. Yeah, they had to get a helicopter down, and the lifeguards from the Gold Coast. And they came out, rescued the guys, brought them into the Tweed River here. And they were handed over to the police launch, who then took them to the ambulance waiting around the corner. But there's a jet ski out there. The wind's just starting to pick up now, so that might bring a bit more swell for us. The surf is on the back of a jet ski there, Jesse. There you can see the jet ski out there, just there they are. And so once the set comes through, and you can see the set now breaking right out on the horizon, that's about 15 kilometres offshore. So that wave will be coming in soon. So that's called outside Fidos. There's another reef out there called 9 Mile, which is 4.5 miles from the tip of the wall here. Okay, here's another jet ski going out. The guy doesn't look like he's got a life jacket on. This is what keeps us in the business. People here look like they have no idea what they're doing. The girlfriend doesn't look very happy on the back. And those big waves building up in there, that's a pressure wave because the tide's going out and the big waves are coming in. So the pressure waves are really big today. You can nearly surf them if you can toe in on them. On a foil at least, you could go the whole length of the Tweed River on a foil. Thank you, is it Laurie? So they're just heading back in, much to the girlfriend's delight. So there's that Duranbah Beach I was telling you about. In the background, guys. Yes, he does need to stay in. You can tell just by, sorry guys for the fast rotate, you can tell just by looking at people whether they know what they're doing on the ocean. But even down here, we're getting a lot of waves breaking. I hope you can hear me against this wind. But yeah, so if you're coming in, when I used to paddle my outriggers, so the tide's ripping out in the middle, so we used to hug on the side here, and that's where you have the slowest bit of current. So that's where you try and get in and out as easy as you could. Like going out, you'd sit in the middle, and then we'd sit in the middle, go out, wait at the whitewash there. We wouldn't go out if it was this big because you'd snap your $6,000 outrigger. But then we'd shoot straight across to the sand pumping jetty, and once you're out there, you're in deep water. And then we paddle off to Cook Island. So that used to be a 15-kilometre round trip that I used to do every day. Thank you, California. I'm actually looking at getting a mic, so make it a little bit easier to hear me and understand the Aussie accent. So it's another beautiful day here. The wind's just started to kick. Oh, whale just jumped. Let's zoom in on that. So there's a whale. I'll just stand up on this rock and get a higher purchase. Okay, let's see it jump again. Hey Chris, how are you? So there's this wind's really buffering me now, guys. Sorry for the shaky footage. Need a drone gimbal. Those things don't. Oh, there's the jet ski that flipped. It looks like it's been tied off. It's anchored to the bottom, so it's not moving anywhere. And there's the whale. If you see the jet ski, look to the right of the jet ski, and that's where the whale is. Heck you, we are on the border of Tweed Head of New South Wales and Queensland. We're on the New South Wales side now, right on the Tweed River. And welcome everybody, as Human just said, thank you. Ouch, 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 oh. So let's just sit here and I'll give you a nice static shot for a little while. So that's the sand pumping jetty at Fingerheads. That bypasses the sand that gets caught on that the south wall there, just in the shot, and it pumps it over to the north side here and let the sand keep going on its merry way north. I would get you out there, or I wouldn't get you out there, Jesse. It's easy. If you're on the back of a jet ski, you can just sit out there and watch everybody having a surf. But I've surfed for quite a many years, over 50. So let's zoom right out and give you a nice pano there, a nice shot. So there we go, guys. Sand pumping jetty. This is the north wall in front of us, south wall, and sand pumping jetty in the background. Again, no shoes, and I'm finding every sharp rock there is. I'm quite good at this. Where are the Aussie ladies? The Aussie ladies will be over at Kira today. That's where all the surf is and all the good surfers. There's no one down here at the moment. So let's have a look at D Bar. So this usually has a minimum of 100 people in the water here at D Bar. But at the moment, the swell is way too big. Oh really, I didn't know that, human. So you can see how messy the ocean is here. So that's Lover's Rock there. Up on top, that's Point Danger. And around the corner of Lovers, that's Snapper Rocks. So you can see it's quite messy here. That's why nobody's in the water. So you can actually see, all I can see from my end, but there's a lot of salt blowing in the air at the moment. So you can see these waves, they're breaking out wide too. So all that means is all that sand that was on the beach has now moved out that far, which is not good. It's good for snapper because all that sand will now flow around the corner. Hello, Faith, how are you, mate? Good to see you, and good to see everybody that's here watching today. I said yesterday we got 1,000 subscribers. I reached 1,000, so we're trying for 2,000 today. So come on, guys, please hit the like and subscribe. It'd be nice to get another 1,000 today. Really got wet then. I've just worked out how to write in the community on the YouTube Facebook on the YouTube homepage. So if you've got nothing to do, have a look at that. I've just started writing in the community. I'll let you know when I'm going to do, what my next live stream will be. Can you fish from that pier? You certainly. The pier or the rock wall I'm standing on? The rock wall I'm standing on, people fish here 24/7. But the pier, the sand pumping jetty, no, you're not allowed to fish off that. Yes, that's more like a human. You might have had the River Tweed in England. Look at these waves. They're really getting big. And look at this. That'll be about 7-8 foot face. Just rolled into the corner now, but you can see where the waves are breaking. So they're picking up right out there, right out to sea. So that's where all the sand that was on the beach has now moved to. And that would have to be off the beach 600 metres. So all that sand is moving around the corner now. Yeah, we don't get many salmon up here. You mainly get them further south in the colder water. And big messy surf, yes it is, Chris. That's why everybody is around at Kira and the Superbank at Snapper. Holy shit, this is the biggest rock there is, and it's moving on me. So if we look at this rock down here, this next set will come through. It'll actually shoot all the water back at me. So I've actually had a few drops hit me on the bigger ones. BD, we are out at Duranbah on the Queensland-New South Wales border in Australia. All right, here comes a big set. Let's watch this. All right, this one's going to roll through nicely. Not as high as the waves yesterday at Tweed Bar. They were coming up a 20 metre, 30 metre cliff and then shooting another 20, 30 metres above me. The force yesterday was unbelievable. All right, another big wave coming. Made me look like an idiot, hardly broke at all. All right, we're going to move right out the end of the wall now, guys. So stay with me. I'll keep you looking over at the Fingal side. That's got something to look at with a foreground rock wall. So it looks quite pretty over that way. Swaying all over the road too. I must be drunk. That water I had with lunch has really affected me. Bhakti, Bhakti, how are you, mate? Hope I said your name right. Good to see you. And it's also good to see everybody here today. Thank you everybody for joining Coastal Adventures today. Thank you to everybody that's new today, and thank you to everybody that's subscribed and come back, and you keep coming back day after day after day, which is just fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. Yep, I'm really enjoying doing this. It's getting me out of the house every day, coming down, because usually I just go down the beach in the morning and then sit at home and muck around the computer and make movies. But now I get to come out here. All right, so we're right out the very end here. Thank you, human. So I'll zoom in and right out to sea that wave right out on the horizon. Oh, here comes a jet ski in now. Where is he? You can see the guy on the back with his surfboard. Just a second, guys. So I'll just move and get on a flatter rock. Okay, on a flat rock. So there's that jet ski there. And he knows what he's doing. He's just playing in the waves. You can see the surfboard underneath his leg. Oh, and there's his surfer. So that's his board, and there's his surfer there. You just have to catch that whitewash, and he'll ride his board straight on the back of the jet ski, and then they'll head back out to sea. So that's the driver's board underneath his left leg. Kaz, I've seen a lot of sharks. I've never had anything worry me. Okay, so that surfer's now on the mat at the back of the jet ski. He will then climb up, sit behind him, and off they go. So I don't know if he's sitting side saddles, so they're going back out to sea. So there they go, we'll follow them, guys. Myself, I haven't. Michael, how are you? Montesano, Washington State. So you guys would have actually got a bit of, where's the jet ski? Sorry, guys. You guys actually would have got a bit of tsunami over there in Washington State. Cracky, you have stumbled across Coastal Adventures. I'm showing you all around the Australian coastline at the east coast at the moment. So you can see that swell's too big for that jet ski to take on, so he's going around it. He's going into the deep water out there, and he'll go around. So they're in the deep channel there. So I've actually, before jet ski surfing was a thing, we used to actually paddle out and surf that left-handed bank. Where's my finger? We used to surf that left-hander out there. Quite sharky, but we were young and stupid, didn't even think of sharks. I've actually, on an outgoing tide, jumped into the middle of the Tweed River, sat on my board and just floated out to sea until the current took me out to where they're sitting now, and just started surfing for a couple of hours, and then came in. Now I don't think I'd do it. I think too much about sharks, especially on an outgoing tide. There he is. Oh, getting a bit of spray on me here. Sorry about that. Okay, here comes a wave. Where are they? Yep, looks like he's going to do it. No, I thought he was going to do a step off. So that guy's not on the tow rope. Tow rope is actually illegal unless you've got a spotter sitting backwards, looking up. So this guy's going to go along the face on his jet ski, then the surfer will jump off and stand up. Not today, Eddie. I don't think any shark would be in too close today. Too much whitewash. Okay, so they're going for this wave here. Okay, you'll see, no, they're floated off the back. Come on guys, catch a wave. Here they go. Here he goes. He's just jumping off now he's surfing it. So he's just done a step off. Sorry for the shaky footage, the wind's picking up here, and he just got flogged straight away. So you can see how flat that wave was. It's very hard to, thank you Eddie. It's very hard to engage your fins when the wave's that flat. You need a more suckier wave. But at least they're out and they can get straight back out there very quickly. Yeah, when the wave's not a very steep angle, it's hard to engage your fins. You do a turn, and what usually is an easy turn, your fins just pop out of the water because you bounce. And like, thank you Eddie. Oh, we've hit 58 likes today guys, thank you very much. Ryan, how are you? Ryan Regan. Yes, it is much appreciated, thank you Human. And thank you to everybody who has liked and subscribed today. Thank you for all my returning viewers, and thank you for all the new viewers today. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. No, that's full zoom guys. So there's the jet ski. Ryan, we are at, this is the Tweed Bar on the border of Queensland and New South Wales. Sorry for going off them all the time guys. I look down at the message and I look up and now I've lost my subject. Okay, there's the left-hander. There they are. Okay, I'll try and stay on them for you guys. It looks wet, yes. Wet in the ocean today. It's also wet with the waves breaking over the rock wall and spray all over me. Hopefully the screen, my lens is still clean guys. Let me know if it starts getting water droplets or a bit murky and I'll give it a clean. Okay. Alright. So he's not catching the lefts, this guy, he's only surfing the right-handers. And he's doing step-offs. So he's sitting on the side of the ski. When they're going down the face of the wave, it looks like he's going to catch this one. He then jumps on his board. Nearly went broadside down the face of the wave, which is the worst way to go. If you can see right out the back there, there's a cruise ship out there on the horizon. So I definitely wouldn't want to be They do a cruise just when they drop people off at Sydney and they keep going on their next cruise. They actually do a 3-day cruise from Sydney up to Brisbane. So I definitely would not have liked to have been out there for the low. You'd be seasick the whole time. Thank you, human. So I've surfed out there and it's been about 20-foot faces, 25 foot. So 3 or 4 times overhead. So I've actually been towed in behind the, what are they called? More powerful than the rubber duck, a Thundercat. And the guy had a 50 on the back. So he towed me into a wave here, just out here, but to the left a little bit. And I caught the wave all the way down to Big Groin Kira. So that's a couple of kilometres. I caught that one wave. And he picked up somebody else. There he goes. He's just going to do a step off now. There he is. He's up on his feet. So you can see that that's easy double over his head height. Maybe even coming up. Oh, he's just got flogged again. And there's a set right behind it, and his jet skis had to come in. So he'll probably get this next wave on the head. Could even snap his leg. So yep, just took the next wave on the head. The jet skis come right in. Turn around. Now he has to try and find his mate. He'll be just going underneath this wave now. It's just breaking out the back. So the jet ski is not moving. There's the guy. He's just got washed in right in front of the jet ski now. If I can find the jet ski. Where are you? There. So that guy is now catching a wave. There he goes. He's going to ride right into the deep water and hop on the back of the jet ski. Again, those waves are super fat, and it's, oh, this wave's going to break over the top. Just a sec. Okay, now I'm just getting the spray all over me. Okay, sorry about the Blair Witch, guys, but I could just see that wave about to break on us. All right, they're heading back out. Alright, so if we look out this way, I'm going to move. I'm getting very wet here now, guys. I'll just move down the rock wall a bit. Stand by. I'll zoom you out so it's not so Blair Witchy. There we go. Bit smoother. Oh, ho, ho. Here comes either the Marine Rescue or the police. They're coming to get that jet ski, so we'll follow that. They've got to do the rescue of that jet ski right now. So here it comes. We've tuned in at a good time, guys. So that jet ski, they had the rescue there before. Where those jet ski, 2 guys in the water. They had a helicopter come down and jet skis from the Gold Coast lifeguards picked them up. On. I'm not want to be going out to sea in that. Look at that. I'll just zoom out a bit, guys. Bang! So there they are, heading out to sea. I'll just jump around the other side, stand by. And then they're going to hook onto that jet ski and then I'll tow the jet ski back in. So that jet ski is still in place, so they'll head out there. That's a pretty good skipper, that one. He knew exactly how to get out. So when you got your coxswains, but then he's got a big set coming through, he's turning broadside to it and heading off very quickly. So now they're going to put that jet ski under tow. So that's going to be quite, oops, sorry, where is it? That's going to be quite a heavy tow to get that thing. So if he heads out to the north now, he'll come on hop on that jet ski. Thank you, Human. Yes, thank you, everybody. I'm just trying to concentrate on keeping this guy in the middle so that we'll stay and watch this, guys. This could be very interesting, especially trying to get back in. If he's smart, he'll just come through this deep water where he went out. Oops, there we go. Okay, so they're heading out now. Why they do that? We'll just watch this surfer. There's the jet ski. He's going to pick up his mate just there. So you can see how big that is. It doesn't look big when you just look at it, but when you've got something to gauge the size with it. So there they are. They're right in close there, and here comes another jet ski from way out deep. Okay, they're heading back out. There's another jet ski coming in. So we'll just pick up this boat. Okay, so there's the rescue, marine rescue, and there's the jet ski directly in front of it. So now they'll put a tow rope onto that and then hopefully balance it so it doesn't start moving side to side when they're trying to tow it in. They might even take that around into the bay of the Gold Coast and wait for it to get a bit smaller before they try and get it in, because that's going to be a very nasty tow. And here comes another jet ski. Where's that bad boy? There he is. He's coming in. He must have been out wide fishing. Yes, I have surfed that wave. Absolute veracity. Where's that surf? Jet ski gone. There he is. Yeah, I surfed it a lot when I was younger. Now I've got smarter. I don't go out there, but I would if we had a jet ski with us. If you've got a jet ski, then it's simple. You get flogged, the jet ski picks you up. If you're out there and you snap a leggy, you are in a world of hurt, because your board's going to float with the wind, and then you will not be able to swim against that current to get back in. You'll need to be rescued, and then we'll probably get a helicopter down to come and do a rescue. So there's that jet ski. There he is there. Thank you, Leo. Yeah, it's a very exciting time at the moment. I've always talked about the rescues and that I've done, and today we've actually you're seeing one live. I started this just as the helicopter was still here. A lot of you hadn't tuned in by then, but yeah, they had a surf life-saving helicopter come down, and they transferred the guys to a police launch that was inside the Tweed River. Okay, where is it? There he is. Guy's just done a step off. He's now standing. There we go. Oh, got flogged again. I think he's a very good surfer, that guy. Falls at every wave. Here comes the jet ski that was outside fishing. You can see how easy a jet ski comes in. They easily outrun those waves. He actually went in and out a few times just playing with it. That'd just be the Tweed River, mate, the Tweed Bar break. So you said you surfed out the Tweed Bar today. That's where, sorry, I'll just zoom around a bit. If you said you surfed the Tweed Bar, you would have been out there on the big lefts. So I used to surf those lefts all the time, that one out there. You can see the next wave breaking. So that left used to be just great fun. I'm a goofy footer. Marcelo, how are you? So that's the left-handers. If you know anything about surfing, Ockie used to go out there and just rip when he was younger. Now he's just old like the rest of us. He can only live on memories. Thank you, Oscar. It is beautiful. Okay, so we'll keep following that and see if they're taken under tow and which way they go. So my surfing was, I surfed all through Indonesia. My first trip to Indonesia was in '84. And I surfed there for 9 years straight. Every holiday I was straight over there and just surfed it. Loved the reef breaks. And now, oh, that's all right, Oscar. You're still out in the water, mate, having a great good time, enjoying yourself. That's what it's all about. So I can't really see what they're doing out there. Let's look at these waves breaking while I wait to see if they take it under tow or not. So this is the front of the groin here. So you can see how turbulent it is, how much water's moving, and how fast that water's running out. So I'll just turn around this way, guys. And I don't know if you can see in the video, but how fast that water is going out. So if you're in that rip there with no flotation, no surfboard, no boogie board, you would be in a world of trouble, because it would spit you out there somewhere, and then you've got to try and swim back in. It's 500, 600, 700 metres to get to shore. So yeah, there is a lot of water moving. That's why they say this surf now is only for the experienced. But we still get so many people out there. To the left here, Leah, looking up, that's the border right up there on the end of that headland. It runs straight down the street. And that's that headland you see just there, that's Lovers at Tweed Bar, and just around the corner is the super bank. Very good, Charlie. Goofy footers rule. My mate went over to Western Australia and he said all goofy footers should go over there. That's where all the lefts are, because the waves run up the coast, and so it's naturally a left. Look at this one coming through. Look at that wave. Beautiful. Another one. So they're really standing up. That would be fun to surf that if you could get into them. Hira Ali, how are you? Okay, so let's have a look. There he is. I don't know if he's taken the jet ski under tow yet. My name is David. Hira. Alright. Looks as though... Whoops, sorry about that. Where is it? There it is. Okay, now they've got the jet ski under tow. So we'll follow that the whole way in. So what you got to be careful of, if there's no one steering the boat or there's no way to keep it straight, that jet ski will just keep going side to side to side and make it very hard to tow. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Corky's Carol. Was he Australian or Hawaiian? Thank you here, Ali. keep it civil on the talk. Again, thank you for everybody tuning in today. Oh, 220 people watching. Thank you for watching. You're watching a rescue live at the moment. So that jet ski behind that boat out there has tipped and 2 guys ended up in the water. They had to be rescued. They were then brought to the Tweed River, which is right behind me, and they were given to the police, and they would have taken them to the waiting ambulance. Now their jet ski is under tow, and they're going to bring them back into the Tweed River. So we'll keep watching this live, guys. Oops, sorry. I was just looking at the guy surfing out to my right and lost it. Oh yeah, Duke Manamuku, I don't know if he was a pro surfer or just the first surfer. Oh, look at this guy. So he's up. Where is he? Next wave. There he goes. Nice little Rio. And another one, I think they've just swapped surfers because this guy's surfing a lot better. Just did a little jump aerial. Alright, let's go back to the rescue, guys. So that marine rescue boat has the jet ski under tow. The jet ski will probably be 10 to 15 metres behind him. You can see the line joining them. And that jet ski is sitting very low and pushing a lot of water, so it'll be actually quite a heavy tow. So jet skis are meant to be up on a plane and not so much in the water, so that whole bow is underwater. So that will be a very heavy tow for him. Yes, Oscar, the sea spray is good, but at the moment these waves and the southerly just keep breaking it all over me, so I'm getting sick of it at the moment because I'm getting wet. Do I know Malcolm Douglas? No, but I used to watch his shows when I was younger. He was nearly the first live streamer, wasn't he? And he had the best looking women with him all the time. Okay, so he's under tow. It's sitting low on the water and heavy. So what I might do, guys, is just move a bit so I get the whole view when he comes around the corner. Look at this. So that's what that skipper will be there. Best way to go through the bar. When you're when you're coming in with a boat, you usually sit behind the wave and just sit on the back of it. That's the way no waves catch up to each other. There's the jet ski. And they're in, they can back off a bit. Alright guys, I'll just walk back down. Just a sec, I'm going to climb down these rocks. I'll just walk back down this breakwall now. I'll zoom right out. You can have a look. Look at that. So this is the breakwall, stabilising the Tweed Bar. So that big building there is one of a couple of high rises on the Tweed, and then on the Coolangatta side, the Queensland side, is this Disneyland? No, nowhere near it, mate. This is right on the Queensland New South Wales border. So here we go. We've got a nice view down the groin. That's the Tweed River running down through there. Mount Warning in the background. A few people walking down here. Some nice cloud up there at the moment. I'll just let these people get in front of me a bit. Thank you, human. Yes, welcome everybody. So glad everybody could make it today. And we will just cruise down. So there's my view I'm looking at. So it's stunning along here. The skies are beautiful blue. So I'll just turn off a bit, just a sec, because people don't like being videoed. How's it going, mate? How are you? Okay, back down the centre. There we go. So this is the world famous D-Bar. If you ever come to the Gold Coast and there's no waves, come to D-Bar. There's always waves here, except for the day because it's too big. Look at that. All whitewashed today. And all the banks that just started forming are now about 500 to 600 metres out to sea. So all the sand's gone. So we got to wait for the sand to build up again. So back down the track, guys. Thank you, Taco. We are our Tweed Heads, right on the Queensland New South Wales border. That's the Tweed River, and on this side is Duranbah Beach. If I zoom in, those buildings right up the very end of that headland, that's Surfers Paradise up there. So, and that's about 52 kilometres away as the crow flies. So back down the track. So it's been a fantastic live stream today, guys. How long? An hour, 103 minutes. What's that? 60, 40? Hour 40. Bloody hell. I'm glad I upgraded my, how much internet I get a month now. I've just upgraded to 100 gigs so I can keep doing this every day for you guys, because I just love doing it. So everybody that's just joined us, if you're liking what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. I do normally 3 to 4 live streams a week, but at the moment I'm on holiday, so I'm doing one every day. So I do it all at the same time, around the 1 o'clock mark for east coast of Australia. Someone just said it was around 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock at on the west coast of California, sorry. So if you can work that out, then if you subscribe, you'll be notified every time that my live stream starts. So we'll just look around this way. There we go. So we'll keep going down the wall. Thank you very much, Country Taco, by 2. You haven't seen it before, Tweed River, and in the background, right in the middle, is Mount Warning. And that is the plug of the Mount Warning volcano. And all that rock over here that you're looking at now, that's all from the Mount Warning caldera. It's from Fingal. They set up a train and trained it all down here, and that rock is 23 million years old. Thank you, country. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you, Leah. And thank you, everybody. Thank you for my fantastic moderators that are here every day with me. You do a great job. And thank you for my returning viewers, and thank you for my new viewers. You're really making this a great experience for me. I've always struggled on YouTube, and I think I've found something that people are really willing to watch, and I'm willing to make. So the water around the world is so around the oh, yuck. That doesn't sound very nice, Tony. Yeah, but they reckon at the moment there's a glacier in Antarctica that's bigger than Great Britain, just waiting to calve. If it wasn't for a couple of smaller icebergs in front, not icebergs, glaciers in front of it, this whole thing would fall, and then we would be looking at about a 30 centimetre rise in water around the world if this thing calves and falls into the ocean and melts. And they're actually looking now at getting some of the Pacific islands out of their homes, because their homes are starting to sink already. All right, let's just look in here. So yeah, they're looking at one country especially. I think it's Tavarua, I'm not quite sure, don't quote me on that. I'll just zoom out a little bit. Yeah, they're looking at evacuating the whole country, especially if that, wow, look at all the mullet in the water. There's shitloads of mullet up here. Let's have a look at this. So these mullet will be waiting just on top of the rocks, waiting for the swell to drop so they can exit the river. So there they are. I'll zoom in for you. Can you see them on the top of the water there? Alice, we are at the Tweed River. There they are, you can see them in the middle, right on the border of Queensland and New South Wales in Australia. So there's all the mullet there. So those mullets sit on the rocks, and then nobody can catch them or nobody can net them when they sit on the rocks. Very smart fish. And then at night they'll head out to sea. I'll just zoom back out a bit so you can have a look. Zoom, come on. Marcus, how are you? So that's the view. That's all the mullet in there, sitting on top of the rock reef. And if I zoom around, turn around a bit, you can see Tavarua. Thank you, human. Tavarua. Oh, Tavarua is actually the surf break in Fiji. You're right, it is Tavarua. But yes, quite sad when you have to be evacuated from your own country through global warming, which I'm not sure if it's man-made or we've just hastened it, but Tavarua would have totally zero impact on any sort of global warming. Lillehammer, how are you, Joel? I've always wanted to go to Lillehammer. I saw the Winter Olympics there one year, and I thought I've got to get over there. Just looks stunning. Is it as good as it looks? Hey, Paul, New Zealand. I'll be over your way next month. I'll be in Queenstown. Oh, some big fish down there too with them. So I'll be over at Queenstown. So I'll be doing 4 live streams from Queenstown, guys. So stay tuned for those ones. And I haven't been over to Alaska or Canada or anywhere, but the scenery in New Zealand is the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen in my life. But I'm also saying I've never been to Canada, Alaska. That looks fantastic too on the TV when I watch it. But yeah, so I'll be doing some live streams from over there. Your best friend is Norwegian. Oh no. Okay, so it's 9 p.m. So it's 2 p.m. here. So what's that? 9-3. I can't work it out. I haven't got enough fingers. So this is usually when I finish my live streams. I start about 12:31. So I've been going nearly an hour and a half now, guys. Yes, I would love to see the fjords too. They've got fjords over in New Zealand for all of us in the Southern Hemisphere. Get out to Milford Sound, Dusky Sound, all those places and see the fjords. And you just fly, I'm driving along there in the boat and it's amazing that ice formed all those fjords. And we went underneath one when we were at, I forget where it was, but it's on the way to Milford Sound. And they said it's higher than 2 Empire State Buildings, this hill, this mountain. And that was all carved out by ice. Great surf spots, Chris. Wow. Does the water ever warm up there, or is it always freezing cold, mate? Let's just look out this way. There we go. That's looking back out the groin. That's the north wall of the Tweed River. In close here, that's the permanent rip that goes out to sea. You definitely wouldn't want to be in that today if you didn't have a flotation. Thank you, human. And that's the Tweed River out the mouth. And over that side is Fingal. Morocco has good waves. I think there's a lot of places now that are showing up on the surfing scene. Thank you, Alice. I didn't realise I had an accent. Yes, the Aussie accent. The accent isn't that bad now. If I have someone, I show up and I start talking to them, then whoa, look at these guys. And their jet ski in close. Where are you? Just went behind that wave. That's breaking. Where is it? There. Where are you guys? There they are. So they came right in close. So I wonder if they're doing toe-ins here. Yes, it is, Leah. Very beautiful here. I'll zoom back out. They're not doing much. Well, guys, that's 120 minutes. Hey guys, good. 120, that's 60, that's 2 hours. I've been live streaming for 2 hours, guys, so no, it's not cold here. This is where I'll call it quits. I'll give you a couple more minutes while I walk down to the beach and everybody can say goodbye, but I'll say goodbye, guys. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching, thank you for being part of the community. It's been fantastic. I'm on this fantastic journey. I never thought YouTube could be so good to me, and all you people that are joined my community and watching the beautiful shoreline around here. What I might do tomorrow is go down to Evans Head, which is about just south of Byron Bay, so maybe 100 kilometres south of here. And I might go down there. There's some beautiful spots. There's some beautiful spots down there, and I'll take you down that way. But once again, guys, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Thanks to my fantastic moderators. You guys do a great job. Thanking everybody and reading all the messages while I'm trying to watch where I'm walking and keep everything in the center of the screen. So thanks, guys, and this is where I'll leave you. Goodbye.